Go. What's up, guys? CliffBeats, no script off the rip here with the one and only
Karen.
Karen, my girl Karen. I told you guys that we would be back. J. Cole is Karen's favorite rapper, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she's been holding off on listening to this and waiting to do a reaction with me. So I'm sure it's been killing her and driving her nuts. We're just going to jump into this. So actually, I'm going to ask you before we start this off. When the battle first ensued, now, honest opinion, do you think J. Cole should have actually battled it out with them? Or do you think that he made the right move by backing out of the battle? Honest opinion.
I mean, my honest opinion, I question why back out because, all this negative and all this dark stuff was coming out about both these other folks. And I'm just like, why take a step back? Is there something that you don't want out? And that's why you're like, let me bow out before I get myself into too much of a hot situation. Like what, like that's where my head is at. Like, what was the why behind it? I know you're saying you're trying to keep the peace, but you've always talked about how you're the best rapper. So it was the time to show it.
Why? So she instantly went into conspiracy theory Karen. That's what she went into.
100%.
But it makes sense. So what skeletons do you have to hide? Now, me personally, I flip-flopped. In the beginning, I was like, he should have been all in. Like you've been saying, I'm loading up clips. I'm writing down names. I'm making a list. And he always just said, like, if you swerve in my lane, like I'm gonna. And he said, no, I won't go after you serving my lane. If it's real beef, it's beef, like real beef. Mm-hmm. So that's where I flipped. Because then I realized, like, hey, like this is two of J. Cole's boys. And I think in my mind, maybe he's seen it getting uglier, like getting clips and stuff behind the scenes of like what's about to drop and was like, you know what, if that's the route it's going, I'm not stepping into that energy. That's how I felt. And I flipped and I said, I could see where Cole was coming from. But I never thought about that angle of what do you really have to hide? Is someone gonna find some dirt on you? Like, what's up with that? I never thought about that, to be honest with you.
That's what my questions are here. But I also do understand the perspective of like, if you are somebody that you don't have any standing, like you're gonna sit there and they're just gonna be like, I don't know, you collect teddy bears for children and then you like, I don't know, you do something that doesn't really make any sense. Like it's not dark, it's not some weird conspiracy theory that people are going to be like, oh, that, J. Cole does this XYZ messed up thing.
He collects teddy bears?
Yeah, I was making something up, like something that wouldn't harm anyone, hopefully.
Well, that's the thing in battle rap. People can take anything and stretch the truth. And you don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so when they talk about taking a rocket launcher and launching it across the world and hitting you in 3 spots at the same time and causing a tornado, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they rap. They'll start coming up with all these crazy situations that are obviously just metaphorically supposed to break down an opponent. But anyways, let's jump into Port Antonio. He talks about it. I was thinking Saint-Tropez and stuff like that.
I'm going to be honest. I am going to be highly critical because I am expecting...
She's gonna be critical. If you want to go bar for bar with who knows J. Cole lyrics, that's the one you want to go with. Because I can't even keep up, and I study this shit. Now she studied J. Cole way more than me. I wanted to get her opinion though. All right, let's jump into this. Sorry guys for the long introduction. We'd love to have you. Please show love to J. Cole. Go like, go subscribe. If you enjoy watching with us, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out. Thank you. Tap me if you need me.
He does know how to hit beats. Oh.
Ride to it. 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 Ride to it.
This has lo-fi wake up vibes.
Young Jermaine walked the straight and narrow. Minimum wage jobs for the narrow. But still my mind was on the zeros. I fiend for the perks that was seen flipping birds. So we was skipping church, but my eyes was on the sparrows. Niggas flipping pies, spending thousands on a payroll. Shit, I wanna shine too. I want dimes too. Jealous niggas wanna know just how my rhymes blew. Mono we mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times two. Now I'm bougie, I done outgrew the fountain blue. But never forgot the spot where I developed my plot. To dwell at the top, the veil where all my skeletons lock. If I could do it all over, then I never would swap. I seen good.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You gotta somewhere to go find it. You gotta know where to look.
He said, "Where all my skeletons
And he just
lie."
went and said, "Here's where they're at. Drop the pin on the map."
Why did this man just say that? I didn't even catch that the first time around. Oh man, we smoked a little bit before this, and now I'm tripping, dude. I'm Alex Jones, and I'm like Joe Rogan. All right, let's go.
Mono we mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times two.
I love that line too.
I love that.
Yeah,
That
Bono.
delivery is
No, that bar, that was just a bar.
all of it,
That
the
was a
whole
bar.
thing.
Yeah, his setup with his internals and externals are just ridiculous.
Now I'm bougie, I done outgrew the fountain blue. But never forgot
I'm
the
nervous.
spot where I developed my plot. To dwell at the top, the veil where all my skeletons lock. If I could do it all over, then I never would swap. I seen good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked. I seen lifelong friends turn to devilish ops. I was Mike in red leather trying to tell him to stop. You better beat it before you see that heavy metal get popped. He was a
You catch
You
that,
better
right?
beat it for
Yeah.
you see the heavy.
Michael Jackson. famous
Yeah,
song,
all
Beat
of
It.
that is the red jacket
Yeah, the
is
red
all a reference to MJ. Go back a little bit.
never forgot the spot where I developed my plot. To dwell at the top, the veil where
By the way, there
I'm
was a
toner.
whole.
I'm shaking.
Don't shake.
I
don't shake.
need this to be good.
It's okay. She's Team J. Cole. She is literally shaking like a wet puppy right now. All right. So he also had a nice little plot land scheme and hidden there too. That was really nice. Like even the dwelling,
Mhm.
plot, land, all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Skeletons
yeah.
lock.
That's what you're
blue, but never forgot the
The
spot
blueprint, all that shit.
Mhm.
Sorry, here we go.
where I developed my plot. To dwell at the top, the veil where all my skeletons lock. If I could do it all over, then I never would swap. I seen good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked. I seen lifelong friends turn to devilish ops.
Damn, so he was even getting mocked for
He's
being
half
halfway.
black.
Halfway. Well, it's just like, you know, I get mocked for being half, or I get
Anyway.
half. I get mocked for being white, you know, when I'm around other people. Just like, you know, how you get, I'm sure, mocked for being Mexican.
100%.
Everyone
So
gets
weird.
it. Everyone gets it from every angle.
So
you know?
weird.
It's so
How we
fucking
do
weird.
that.
I don't know.
Good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked. I seen lifelong friends turn to devilish ops. I was Mike in red leather trying to tell him to stop. You better beat it before you see that heavy metal get popped. He was a mean ass wing with a hell of a shot. But if no team draft king, he gon' bet on the block. He wanna ball till he fall until the Federals knock. And sit his ass on the bench for moving careless with rock. You can't relate unless your father was not around.
Did you catch it all?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
See, here's the thing about J. Cole is that like he does the delivery in a way that allows me to collect every word. Whereas like when there's and that's what makes him my favorite, is that I do listen to it the one time and I collect stuff. And then the second time you listen to it, there's more. And then there's more every time. But I don't feel like I'm losing half of the song the first time I listen to it.
I hear what you're saying.
Anyways,
gotcha.
enough of that.
But you got the whole basketball scheme compared to getting locked
And
up
doing
in
the
prison.
rocks. Yeah.
Getting locked up in prison.
Yeah.
All the way from starting as a rookie to being on the bench, but
Mhm.
also that bench was in prison, but also being on the bench on the
Yeah.
team. Okay. It was so nasty.
That was good.
See that heavy metal get popped. He was a mean ass wing with a hell of a shot. But if no team draft king, he gon' bet on the block.
Draft
Because he said
King-
he's gonna bet on the block.
Yeah.
He's going to stay to what he knows.
Draft King Sportsbook. That's where
Right.
people gamble.
He wanna ball till he fall until the Federals knock. And sit his ass on the bench for moving careless with rock. You can't relate unless your father was not around. And your mother went out and found someone else and then brought around. And they salaries then combined. When they married and brought you out of that poverty, then you moved to a soft little part of town. So that when you back in the hood, you feel awkward about it now. Then your confidence start to drown. But the rapper gave you some positive thoughts, so you jot them down. You jot them down.
Perspective.
ride to it, ride to it, ride to it, ride to it.
I did say this. I said that I think no matter what happens, even with the battle and stuff, he'll still put out legendary tracks. I think music speaks for itself. It's beautiful. This is amazing artwork.
I would have to agree.
You
so
can't
far.
take that away. But let's continue. That was my opinion.
So far, he's really not saying anything
No,
about anything other
My
than
nose is
himself. What?
Your nerves got me nervous, and my
I'm
nose is
sorry.
itching. Let's go.
Ride to it, ride to it, ride to it. Y'all niggas ain't stopping me. 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 Yeah. Benjamin Button, cold flows, reverse time. To find deliveries good as mine, you gotta search primes. I'm scaling heights higher than birds can perch, trying to be something, hoping that peace comes to my cursed mind. One thing's for sure that I've matured from my first rhyme. I learned long ago you can't please them all and it hurts trying. In this game where all you've got is your name like Dirk, I'm smirking at niggas trying to besmirch mine. Absurd times where the fake get told it is wise. I can see hate in both of your eyes, but the third's blind. So you search lines, but you struggle, which explains the puzzled look on the dull faces the word finds. I hate when raps become, but like do not disturb signs. Can't knock it if I see it's about to do. They instigate the fuckery because it's profitable. But singing stop the violence tunes with dudes in hospitals. I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow. They see this fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost the battle dog, I would've lost the bro. I would've gained a foe, and all for what? Just to attain some old props from strangers that don't got a clue what I've been aiming for since the age of 14. Jermaine is no king, if that means I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing on social media. Competing for your favorable memes to be considered best to live and rest, the weight of both things. I understand the thirst to being first that made them both swing, protecting legacies. So lines got crossed, perhaps regrettably. My friends went to war, I walked away with all they blood on me. Now some will discredit me, try wipe away my pedigree, but please find a nigga out that's rapping this incredibly. My dog texted me, I share the words he said to me. If you refuse to shoot the gun, don't mean the gun ain't deadly. I guess in that metaphor, hypothetically, the gun is me. I texted back like, guess a gun ain't what I'm trying to be, my nigga. They stripped me of my spot and now I'm finally free, my nigga. They say I'm picking sides, they don't you lie on me, my nigga. To start another war, hey Drake, you'll always be my nigga. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me, my nigga. Fuck all the narratives. Tapping back into your magic pen is what's imperative. Reminding these folks why we do it. It's not for beefing, it's for speaking our thoughts, pushing ourselves, reaching the charts, reaching your minds, deep in your hearts, creeping to find emotions to touch, something inside to open you up, help you cope with the rough times and shit. I'm sending love cause we ain't prime and shit. My nigga, y'all niggas ain't stopping me.
Interesting.
I want to know your thoughts. I can feel
I'm
you.
confused on what that means though, because it's also very like
Take this off for a second.
you're saying, okay, cool, like you're still my bro because you did a lot for me, but like, does that mean that you condone fucked up behavior? Like you're just like, well,
I mean, I think
if it's true.
that's the issue at hand. We've seen enough clips and stuff on, the internet, but I don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. I can't tell, to be honest with you. We obviously noticed during that battle that false information was going back and forth and no one really even addressed it. They would almost sidestep it and just keep throwing shots at each other. And so I don't know what's sticking, what didn't, but I mean, there has been some suspect movement from Drake's camp, and I think
100%.
not like us, I think really was like the hit 'em up of this generation. That was like the, oh, damn, like that was one. I think it's probably one of the best, besides Kill Shot, probably one of the best diss tracks of our generation.
I would probably agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's my question too: is like, why is he only saying sorry to Drake but not to Kendrick as well?
Because Drake lost.
But you think that's it? Like, why only address Drake on a track and not your bro Kendrick as well? Because according to sources, J. Cole heard about K Dot and told Dre and them, hey, you got to look into this guy. That's supposed to be your bro too. So they said two of my brothers, I pulled the plug, but like,
But I feel like with J. Cole, I feel like maybe there afterwards when he basically bowed out, he apologized to K Dot.
That's
there was like
true. He did
apology?
say, "I'll take it on the chin." I forgot
Yeah, he
about
said if
that.
you got to come back and like come at me, like do it.
Throw me that verse.
So there was that, and I think maybe that was like there was no mention to Drake at that point.
Maybe him and Kendrick had a conversation
out for that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to like make sure that he still has his bridges with his folks.
You know what? It made me think after all this, him and Drake probably haven't been on speaking terms.
Maybe. Who the hell knows?
But that would make sense to put it on track because if they're not on speaking terms, or because Drake was basically saying it's 20v1, it's me versus the entire industry. But it was more like him against his own demons and skeletons, and K-Dot was just being savage. Like, I mean,
I guess that's my thing. Like, also, if you look at some of like, if you just listen to some of Drake's lyrics, he says some real questionable suspect stuff. So, like, a lot of there's a speculation, and then there's like, oh well, there's also like a pretty high chance. Same thing when like you look back at Diddy stuff and like some of the things that he was saying. I remember being a kid and like doing the making of the band, and I'm like, some of this stuff is like insane. Like, I would never work for somebody that treated me like this. But then you understand a little bit more of like the controlling aspect of it. Here's my thing.
Before you get into that, Diddy would be like, I need 9 men to lay in a bed all at one time with the lights off for 16 hours. Then you can get in the studio, bitches, and like walk out the room. You would just always do some weird stuff.
I don't know, just like real weird. But anyway, I forgot my hot take.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away your hot take. I'm just, it made me realize that maybe they're not on speaking terms, and he was just telling Drake, like, hey, like, don't worry about that stuff. Just get back to you. Putting pen to pad. You got something special. You're legendary. And maybe you're right. Maybe he does see it as K-Dot took the W. I mean, K-Dot's about to perform at the... But that's the thing, too, like, it's messed up because you like Drake. I know you do. You've listened... How many times I've heard listened to Drake?
There's some classics.
I have, too. Yeah.
There, I mean, mainstream media is really hard to get away from. Especially if you have any sort of a job. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be involved.
I just hope to God that like nothing like comes to the surface in the future, and then I'm gonna be like, damn, like we've lost R. Kelly.
That's what I'm saying.
Chicago,
I'm just waiting. Look,
Chicago, we've had it rough over here. Okay, so we just
shout out to Derrick Rose. He's out here doing the right thing, becoming a motivational speaker, giving good vibes for Chicago folks. I don't know what's going on over here. I still have questions, J. Cole. We're gonna go to Fayetteville, Carolina, and find out.
You ain't going though. You got work tomorrow. You got to be there at 7 a.m. Wake up. That's just the outro. But he's saying, like, y'all ain't stopping me, but, like, he did get stopped. Like, he stopped himself.
He stopped himself, yeah. But I guess maybe that's what he's saying. Like, I made the choice for myself instead of all of you all. Like, either one of you shutting me out or...
See, like, I
making me the loser.
In my mind, I think J. Cole did the right thing. But I think there's always going to be this weird, conflicting issue now with everything, because...
It is weird.
You're supposed to be one of the baddest. But I see it like he chose friendship and love above a battle for clicks and fake robots and ad revenue from YouTube. Like, UMG even gave all of us permission to go run wild with it. Blow it up as big as we possibly could. Like, that's basically what they told, like, my MCN at the time. Like, go nuts.
Yeah, but I guess for me, it's like...
But J. Cole... Sorry.
I keep forgetting. Okay.
Oh, this sounds like J. Cole just like, I don't know. I think like maybe a part of me thinks like maybe he's above it, but I don't think this track really like the first two verses were smooth, but then the third verse just addresses it. But I don't think completely. I think there's a lot of stuff that people have questions about. Like, I would like to know more. personally, but I guess that's just what you
I
have to
just
do.
feel like if you what is it that you really stand for? Because if you were standing for doing the right thing, then like
Peace and love.
be right, but like to what extent? Because somebody who is in allegedly harming other human beings in that way, it's like your brother,
Maybe he knows it's
question
not
mark, like
true.
what, maybe so, but then like it's weird. It's all just weird.
Just yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, so you're saying if it was you, you would distance yourself just in case.
No, I'm just saying, like, I guess. All right, so here's my thing. Like, I understand that, somebody maybe put you on or whatever, but maybe I'm just a person that, like, I'm not associating myself, even if I'm going to benefit, with somebody who is doing some shady shit, because I understand that at that point, that is going to come back on me one way or another, whether you're going to do something shady to me or I'm going to get caught up in it all. And,
Maybe this is just his way of like uplifting the game and saying like we're above this shit. Come on, let's just put our pens to pad. Because I even said it before. I said, yeah, the disses were cool, but if these three would have hopped on an album together,
And he did say that. He said, I grew from my first, like my first bar or whatever.
yeah,
I hear you. Yeah, there's growth. And then, like he said, my ghosts are here and they are there, but like none of you can stop me. Maybe you aren't going to find anything like that on me. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah,
whatever.
I don't
I
know.
really just feel like you took no stand. And for me, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's just a great quote that I've heard before in my life.
I hate
And
that quote.
stuck to me because I know that if you don't have a strong mind on anything, then what do you have?
Well,
Where
guys,
are you at?
you're hearing to hear from a real, true J Cole fan. Not saying I'm not either. I am a true J Cole
Where are
fan,
you
but
at?
she she feels some type of way. Where you at, Jermaine? But yeah, I told you guys I'd get her here for. So thank you guys so much for watching with us. It means a lot. Thanks for hearing our back and forth on it too. Because I wanted to know from like a real, true, diehard J Cole fan. Like not saying I'm not again, but she surpasses me by far
Oh,
easily.
my plays have definitely dropped.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't know that, but anyways, I told you we would get around here for this. So I love you. Stay safe. If you guys enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. But please show love to J Cole. It's on to the next one, and message me if you ever need me. Instagram is down below. All right, ready to say goodbye?
Yeah.
We're out of here. Peace, guys.